Hello guys, so welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to edit a birthday photo shoot. Like, she came to do a photo shoot for her birthday and I'm going to be retouching it for her. So let me zoom out. So this is the picture and she has a lot of spots which we need to remove. So we'll start with that. So before we do that, we don't want to lose the original image, so Ctrl J to duplicate. Then I move to, so I can use the spot healing brush or the patch tool, right? So let me try using the healing brush and see if I'll be able to remove the blemishes. So Alt and select, yeah, here it is. So Alt, select. So this is before, this is the after, before and the after. So I'll do frequency separation to smoothen it. So I'm using the Retouching Academy panel, so via Gaussian blur. So we don't want to increase it so that you lose everything. So you keep it between 4, 5. Yeah, so I think I'll keep it. I will use 5. I'll use 5. 5, 4, 4. Right, let me use 4. Okay, that's what I'm using 4. Yeah, so I think 4 should work for me. So when you run the Gaussian blur from the Retouching Academy, right, it runs the actions for you. So what I'm going to do is to pick the mixer brush tool, right, and I'm going to set the width at 40, the load will be at 40. The mix I want it to be 20. Then the flow, let me do the flow 16. Yes, I think that should work for me. So I'm having like 10, so the width, the load and the mix should be 10, and the flow you can just play around and see what works for you. So I'm going to duplicate this layer, which is Ctrl J to duplicate. So I would have to work on one. So I'm working on this one. You reduce the size of the brush. Yes, I think this works. Yeah, so you start painting for the frequency separation. Right, so you Alt and select to pick the, so I'm brushing it. Yes. So make sure when you are doing the frequency separation, you don't want to spill the brightness over to this side. Yeah, so you stay in between here. You paint here, you paint here, you paint here. That's it. So I'm painting. done with the frequency separation. Let's see the before and after. So this is before, my after, before and my after, and I think it's too smooth for me, right? So I reduce the opacity. Yeah, I like this one, 50. Let's keep it at 50. 60, yes, I get to keep the details. Now I'm done with the frequency separation. Right, so what I want to do now is dodge and bend. And there's an action that I run, and I'm keeping that at 30 and the flow at 50. So I'm going to brush over the highlights, the place that has a lot of light, that is looking bright, right? So you need to make your foreground white so that when you paint, it shows. Paint over the darker side of the image. Yeah, so the dodge. So without the dodge and bend, this is how the image looks like. After the dodge and bend, this is how it looks like. Without, with dodge and bend. Without, with dodge and bend. Yeah, I think I like how the image has turned out already. Okay, so what I would do next is to work on the skin tone, right? And there's an action that I run. Work on the skin tone. So let me go straight, pick the brush, paint over your objects. You don't want to paint the eyes, so you make sure you paint the skin. So let me show you the before, after, before, after. Yeah, so I think I like this more. Yeah, I'm just going to stay with what we have.